Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to A Richer Life, where life is more than just money. I'm Brian. I know things and I do stuff. Let me tell you about the worst mistake that I ever made in life, and that is working minimum wage. Minimum wage is basically a dead end. It'll suck all your energy. There's no point in working minimum wage jobs. Have more respect for yourself and kind of learn things in life that will kind of progress your job or your career path. It's really just minimum wage jobs are the easy jobs to get. If you have one, spend a little bit of time and apply to other jobs or careers that are going to provide more potential upward mobility and opportunities for you. Minimum wage jobs are there basically because they can't pay you any less, and there's high turnover rates at them, and there's going to be no future. You can become a manager at a burger place and get a quarter raise, but the people that you're going to be managing aren't going to listen to you, and the people above you aren't going to care about you. So I would recommend not going for minimum wage jobs. A quick thing is anything that has a QR code for you to sign up for, I would avoid it. Anything that has a resume most likely is going to be paying more. Never be afraid to turn down job opportunities that aren't paying you enough. It's very easy to get a job and then get stuck in that job because it is easy. We're creatures of habit, and if it's easy for us, it makes it harder to go away, and we like being in that comfort zone. So where can we go if we aren't looking for minimum wage jobs? And there's really three opportunities as far as training and education or career choices that you can make if you're not looking for minimum wage. And the first most common education course would be something such as a college or higher education. Other than that, we could look into vocational trainings such as a dental hygienist or respiratory therapy, welding. These are all vocational trades that after a little bit of schooling, they pay very decent wages. Now, vocational classes are going to typically be a shorter amount of training work required, but a little bit more upfront costs. As far as colleges go, you can go from less expensive local community colleges to incredibly expensive high-end colleges. These are typically at least 4-year degrees that you're going to be required to take to go ahead and get a degree in that area. And the last one would be to be starting your own business. Now, personal businesses could require a loan, or if you're working in another job, you can start slowly building up a personal business. All three of these options are going to require sacrifices and time on your end, but in the long run, it is worth it. It doesn't matter if you're 18 years old today or you're 50 years old today. If you want to go ahead and make more out of your life and have a higher income, have the ability to work longer, and provide for your family, it is never too late to train and educate yourself into fulfilling that. Now, I always like to think and tell younger people, and when they're looking at jobs, most people think about what type of job do I want to have? And that's the common question that your parents or friends or family ask, what type of job do you want to have? And I think the real question is, what type of life do you want to have? Think of that. Where do you want to live in life? Do you want to live next to the ocean? Do you want to live on a tropical island? Do you want to live in the desert? All these types of locations have different types of jobs that are associated with them. Pick a job that you will be able to live where you want to live, not where you're forced to live. Also think of things such as travel. Do you want to travel very often? If you want to travel the world, becoming a sales rep for a company is a good option, but a lot of people don't like to travel all the time. So do you want to just drive into an office? Do you want to be able to walk to it, live in a New York high-rise and be able to walk, take the subway somewhere? Or would you like to work at home over the computer? These are all options that we have and that we need to think about in order to provide us the life that we really want to have. Now, other people are always going to have advice about how you can live your life better than you can live it. But it all comes down to everyone always does have a little bit of wisdom to give you. It's just up to you to kind of cut through all the BS that's being said and take a little bit of that knowledge that someone is passing on to you and just kind of store it away and think about it, because they're not just sitting there telling you stories. They give you a reason why that they thought that this was the best choice in life. I mean, a famous movie star will tell you, yes, follow your dreams, become a famous movie star. It worked out for me. And someone that won the lottery will tell you, throw your entire life savings into lotto tickets. It's worth it. It'll work. Everyone has their own points and opinions, but in the end of the day, it all comes down to you. You could follow someone else's step-by-step instructions on how to have the perfect life. And if it doesn't work out, they're still going to tell you did something wrong. So it falls down to you. Think ahead about what you want to do, how much time you're going to invest on different career paths, how much money it's going to take to go ahead and do that, as well as what the long-term outcomes are of each of these possible career paths that you make. Are you going to be earning a lot of money, or are you going to, quote unquote, have the job that you love so you never work a day in your life? I will tell you, most of those jobs are typically low-paying jobs, and I would rather have a job where it's a little bit of difficulty, a little bit of stress, but I make more money. I'm able to go travel, do things that I would like to do when I want to do them, rather than, quote unquote, work every day, but I'm not working at all. Just kind of my 2 cents on that. And then think about how long you want to do the job. Social Security isn't going to be around for everyone, most likely, and government doesn't really come in to provide a whole lot of assistance on anything that's going to be happening in life. So I think the average the retirement age now is something like 72 years old, and it's just incredible. So how long are you going to be able to do the job that you're doing? Think about that as far as when you're selecting careers and opportunities. Really, I just want to put that little seed of thought in your mind about have your life goals sorted out before you start thinking about what type of job you want to have. Think about what type of life you want to have and go after other career options or jobs that will help you fulfill that. And who's to say? You can always adjust your life goals. It's always possible. You can always change, and you can always get better. Thank you very much for watching, and then I'll see you next time. Thanks.